Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel outside the target demographic. Today I'm going to be throwing my hat into the ring for a solution of adding some pocket clips to your Swiss Army knives. Let's get started. This is a solution I've been using for a while now, although I found a new item on Amazon, link here-ish. And basically what it allows you to do is on the side of your multi-tools, this one we have not done yet, you can add some double-sided adhesive pocket clips. So using my pocket simulator, basically I can clip this onto, and you can see just the way these are oriented, there's a slight bevel to them where I can just push it towards the ridge of the pocket and it will clip into place. So now I can determine where I want to put those clips, at what height I want the knife to sit, and this will allow me to not only put it in my pocket, but also, as I carry my larger ones, on a belt. So if this is the belt on my waist, I can go ahead and make it a external carry, essentially a holster carry, without the added bulk of using a holster. So what I've done is, again, by using the pocket simulator here, I can show you, I put mine at a height where I can still get a full thumb's purchase on it, and I can pull it out of my pocket. You can put them at whatever height you want. Just keep in account that the very inside of that clip is the height that's going to be sitting at. So even though this guy is just over a ½ inch tall, the height is going to be on the inside seam of that clip. So the benefit here is, again, just by pushing, it will clip it in place. You can use your fingernail and lift that guy up as you're putting it into place. It will wear itself in. These are new ones. I can't speak to how long they will last, the longevity of them. But being double-sided tape, if you secure it and you don't like the height, you can go ahead and peel it back off once or twice probably and move it to whatever height you prefer. So you have a deep carry or a, I guess, light carry option for where you want those clips to be. Additionally, we are looking at just shy, I guess, yeah, just shy of a ½ inch of added bulk, I guess would be the way to say that, to your Swiss Army knife. So it will make it just the littlest bit thicker. But to me, that gives you a little bit of a purchase point, whereas you're using the blade that's now pushing into my palm in addition to being held. If it's on the further away pivoting tools, and if it's on the same side ones, it gives, just by using your one finger, you can get a better grip, a better purchase on using the tools. I'm pretty sure they sell something called like the Swiss clip or something like that. It is a device. I'll see if I can't put it in here. I think it's $30 as well. It's a metal clip that will secure into your keychain loop, keychain lug. And it will give you a metal clip on the side here. I hear there's a couple of downsides with that. For starters, it's $30, which is the price of one of the knives. I believe getting out your scale tool is substantially more difficult because you now have a chunk of metal in the way. Metal's here. And you no longer have the option of the key ring, which allows you to add, I have paracord, I usually have a flashlight, as you guys have seen. So you lose a couple things with that. With this one, I guess the one downside I can say off the top is it is double-sided tape, so I can't speak to the longevity of it. It seems to be holding pretty well, but the second issue is you can see here, the scale itself is taking the brunt of the movement. By that I mean, and you can see pretty well, let's see, is this one good? So right here, you can see the circle right there. Under the shield, you can see one. And then right here, you can see one. And those are a brass pen that pushes through the entire length of the tool. And that is what allows the tools to pivot on and what allows the springs to engage against to give you the functionality of your Swiss Army knife. That's the only 3 points of contact that the plastic scale is being held in place on this knife, and it's just a pressure fitting. So they usually say boil some hot water, dip this guy in it, and pry this off to prevent damage on those 3 things. But that's about it. Otherwise, this tool, this scale, can pop right off, and I'm having difficulty showing you. You can see it pretty well right there. And you can hear it. This side. So this particular knife already has a little bit of flex in it. The counter to that problem is if you were to pocket carry it, that doesn't really come into play because your pocket is going to be pressed against you and is going to be, if anything, closing that scale into you. So there shouldn't be any leverage on it. The other way that I carry it is like this, a holster carry without the bulk of a holster. And this one, you are going to have that flex. Now, the relatively short length of this hook is going to allow it to pivot, but you are going to be battering those 3 press points of contact. The solution to that is this is a Victorinox Cyber Tool L. This is not one that I've shown before, I don't think, review to follow. But what I've done is I put one of the 3M cable management adhesive hooks on the back of the tool. Now, the reason I did it on this one isn't so much because of the scale issue that I'm talking about, but because this one is substantially wider than this one. So if I were to put the hook on the scale side of this, it would be sticking out quite a ways, and it would be something that I don't even know that I could get into my pocket simulator. It's quite bulky. Versus laying it this way, it's going to be wider and sit in your pocket and on your belt a lot more ergonomically and without dragging and stuff. So I say all that to say, if you don't want to put it on your scale, then you can go ahead and put it on the spine. So what I do with that is I will open up 2 of the spine tools. So I got some, you know what, I'll show you on this one. What I did when securing this one, you can see one, I went with a substantially larger hook, and that's going to give me more surface area to adhere onto, admittedly, less material. So this one, 100% of the surface is in contact with the plastic scale. On this one, you're going to have a couple of portions, like here, 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 and here, that you can actually see light through. So the spring on the back of the spine does not fully engage the adhesive there, so I'm sacrificing a little bit of purchase with that. But you will open your 2 outermost scale tools, and then I flush mounted the adhesive hook up against it. So by that I mean I put them, the bottom of the hook up against the top of your 2 scale tools. What that allows me to do is I still have unfettered access to each one of those scale tools, but the benefit of being able to belt carry or pocket carry this guy with just that hook. And here again, if I'm using the knife blade, I now have a pretty decent grip, a pretty decent purchase on the knife by using that. So it's not like this guy adds a unergonomic hot spot or pressure point to the knife. It actually gives you a little bit more knurling, I guess would be the way to think of it. And will let you hold that a little bit more aggressively. But that is something you can do on your substantially wider ones, as well as be it your A-locks, the aluminum scaled, or the standard Victorinox Swiss Army knife scale knives. I admit it may not be the most fashionable, but it is an incredibly functional way of carrying around any multi-tool, be it flashlight, Leatherman, Swiss Army knife, with a pocket clip that you can adjust a great many things on. I can determine the depth of the pocket carry. I can determine the orientation of the knife. I can determine if it's going to be placed on the spine or on the side. Again, the determining factor there would be the thickness of the blade, I imagine. And this is just a quick overview of what works for me. Hopefully it'll work for you guys. I know there's a lot of universal complaints with Victorinox Swiss Army knives that they don't have a pocket carry clip available through the manufacturer, and the ones that are out there are pretty expensive and may not provide you exactly what you're looking for. So this is a completely customizable way of carrying whatever blade you want in whatever orientation you want. This is outside the target demographic. As always, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Any questions, comments, concerns you have, leave them in the comments section below, and I will catch you guys in the next video.